Alright, so welcome back, guys. Welcome to your first time here. I'm Vision Hero Bun Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today we're going over some Power Rangers comic news. Now, if Power Rangers is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon to not miss more Power Rangers news from me moving forward. Now let's begin. So, like I said, we got some big Power Rangers comic news regarding one of the big characters from Power Rangers in space. Now it's been revealed that there is going to be a one-shot comic featuring the origins of Astronema, aka Corone. Now this is very exciting. This is something I've always felt was interested and needed to know, especially since we know she was taken by Darkonda and pretty much raised by Equipstar to be evil. So this is something I'm very hyped to see what they do and how they interconnect these things. Now, one thing I'm disappointed in is that it's just going to be a one-shot comic. I'm assuming it's going to be 22 to 24 pages, somewhere around that range of pages, maybe 30 at the most, but it's not going to be like this big story. So I'm a little nervous that they're going to cram a little bit too much and it's going to be a bit forced and just not enough time to breathe and flesh out the story. That's one thing I'm disappointed about. And the second thing I'm worried about is continuity. And I feel like all these kind of things where they do prequel stories and everything regarding that kind of risk the whole breaking the continuity, not matching up with the timeline, and all these different things that all these other prequel series have done. We've seen it in Star Wars, we've seen it in multiple other franchises, and I'm just nervous that they might screw some things up here doing this Astronema origin stories. Now, yes, of course, they could definitely pull it off and definitely do it well, but again, it's just something I'm a little bit nervous about. Again, I think it's something that is needed and something that I'm excited to see and see what the story behind it is going to be about. But at the same time, like I'm going back to my regular fan, I'm a little nervous that they're going to cram things in. I kind of wish they had done a whole graphic novel based on this, like they did with Sins of the Future and Soul of the Dragon. I really wish they had gone that route here, because I feel like that way they could have maybe fleshed out the story more, give it some more time to breathe, add in some things. Again, we don't know what the story's going to be like, what it's going to be done with it, but at the same time, doing a 20 to 24 page comic on it just feels like a small thing to do for an origin story. Like, give it a big release, give it this, like, I don't know, 40-page release of a comic. I think that'd be even cool. Even that would be probably well enough to do a whole prequel story. Again, that's just me thinking off the top of my head. If they didn't want to do a graphic novel, I don't think it'll be that. Again, it's just a one-shot. There's nothing really more here to say. They're doing this whole Astronema backstory thing here because in issue 5 of the new Boom Studios comic Power Rangers, she is going to make an appearance, I think, in issue number 5. Issue number 4 is set to come out later this month in February, and then I think, I forget if it's end of March or beginning of March or end of February if this is supposed to drop. I don't know somewhere, but definitely if you're interested in this or you're reading the comics and you didn't know about this, I highly recommend after you watch this to go call up your local shop, put it on your pull list, have them, put aside an issue for you or something like that. Make sure it's on your pull list or that they have it set aside for you. That way you don't miss it. I'm definitely hoping that my shop will keep it aside for me. I didn't put it on my pull list yet, so maybe I will try to get it done. But at the same time, my comic shop is very good when it comes to PR content. It's probably one of the few things that's actually good on in regards to comics for indie comics, because I'm a more indie comic person, and PR is probably a more better thing that they are doing in my shop, at least. But yeah, that's how I'm very excited for this. I think this is something that was way overdue and something that I'm super hyped for. Again, I'm just nervous that they might kind of rush some things, maybe gloss over certain things that could be expanded upon. And this is one of those things where the announcement of Hasbro possibly doing an animated series would come in well doing. Could you imagine doing, like, say, an animated prequel story to Astronema? I think that'd be something cool that they could have done if Hasbro does do this whole animated cartoon. I think that'd have been something cool to do. But yeah, right now I'm definitely excited to see what they do here. We don't really know much about Astronema's time after she was kidnapped by Darkonda and raised to be evil. by Equiptar and everything regarding her, those two, and Dark Spectre. I feel like this is a story where there's a lot of things that they could do and expand upon and introduce and kind of connect with the lore of PR, but at the same time they got to be careful not to screw up the timeline, screw up the story that's already been set up in space season in Lost Galaxy. They got to make sure that it connects there, and that's one thing again I'm super nervous about, that they're not going to be able to connect those things. Again, they could definitely surprise me and be able to connect those things very well, but at the same time it's just something that I'm just nervous that they won't be able to do. But as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions about this news regarding this Astronema one-shot origin story comic coming out later this month or next month. And as usual, let me know any video suggestions you have for me. Leave all that good stuff in the comment section down below. So yeah, guys, these are my overall thoughts and opinions regarding the upcoming Power Rangers one-shot issue regarding the origins of Astronema. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way to miss more Power Rangers content from me moving forward. And you go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is linked in the About section of my YouTube channel. As always, I'm Vision Hero Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.